Should I stop my divorce? Stay tuned.
What's going on? We're back here. Should I stop my divorce? Interesting divorce. Well, we have should I stop my divorce? Right, that's going to be a repeating theme here a lot.
Right.
I guess for some reason people think they can stop their divorce.
They have the power.
Do they even have the control to stop divorce?
They don't have the control, the power, nothing.
All right, now somebody that says, should I
nothing.
stop my divorce? It's a commonly asked question.
Yeah.
It's probably somebody who has fired themselves and they're trying to see if there's a change. Let's take that as a scenario.
Okay.
Somebody who filed for divorce, right? That once upon a time was you, right? And you're wondering, all right, if you should go ahead and stop the divorce. Is it?
The difference is I wasn't wondering.
What are the signs? You weren't wondering.
I knew that I had to stop my divorce.
So what did you see that made you feel like you had to stop the divorce? What did you see in me that made you stop the divorce?
I saw a more, defined man. I saw someone that I know that I thought was lost in the moment.
Okay.
Not only that, I saw a more confident person. I saw what I felt like we were lacking in our marriage. I saw all that. And I didn't need to ask myself, should I stop my divorce? I knew I wanted to stop my divorce. I knew I had to stop my divorce.
Okay, so the key is to get to a place where undoubtedly
yes,
your spouse will know
I had no doubt in my mind.
I have to be crazy to not stop this divorce.
Right.
Basically.
And I saw the willingness of, like it felt like the very first time we met again. We met, the very first time we met. And, the way.
What about you? Just to be in all full honesty, right? What about you? Was there, without going into too much details, because we have a book that has all the details in it.
Right.
GetMyMarriage.com. What about GetMyMarriageBack.com? What about you? Was there something that you went through that, of course, you got into a place where you're looking at me, you said, definitely I must stop divorce. I have to be crazy. But there's some things you probably went through too that made you feel like maybe nobody else could be that. What that guy can be to me.
Yeah.
Was that also a factor?
Well, I would say for me, I wanted some changes in the marriage.
Right.
So I wasn't really looking for someone else. So even if I find myself with someone else, it was just to fill the void in the moment.
Right.
So
not even someone else per se.
Right.
You as a person.
Right.
Right. You felt like there was a void, right? And it took certain type of triggers for you to be able to see me again.
Right.
Something's had to happen in your personal life for you to be able to see me again.
Did you
need that to happen in your life? The events that happened in your life that made you snap back. Like, let me take a closer look here. Oh my God, it's a changed man, right?
Right.
What if you didn't have those events happen in your life? For someone who says that, oh yeah, but you had an event that happened in your life, you almost died you almost fell from the sky somewhere in a plane, so all of a sudden this guy saved you, right? What about people that say, well, that's not my situation? What would you say to that kind of person?
I think it was more like me, myself, I knew that I was lacking in some ways. Because if you're like, for me, I would say you can fully depend on another person, like put your all in one person, because I think one of the issues with me was I made a perfect perfection of you,
of me,
in my mind.
I'm supposed to be this
you couldn't
perfect.
do anything wrong,
Right.
in my eyes.
Expectation.
Expectations was my issue.
Yeah.
And
by the way, that's a whole chapter in this book too.
And when that happened to me, and I started to deal with certain things, I now found myself collapsing. So for me, I would say during that period, I had to learn to find myself, be myself, know that even with you or without you, that I can survive by myself.
Right.
Even though I didn't want, because every time we talked about the divorce, every time I even talked about it, my heart broke, because that's not what I wanted. But in my heart, I felt like, no, I need to see more. I deserve much better. I know I can find better. Not in someone else, but in you. But because we weren't aligned,
Right.
we were like disconnected.
Right.
I was
but
lost.
in all honest truth, someone else, not someone else, but to you, the grass seemed greener on the other side at one point.
Yeah, because sometimes you start to think, okay, come on, I'm not a bad looking person. I got it like that.
Right.
I go to the store, I get you know attention. So why would my significant other treat me like
Right.
like I'm not worth it or something like? I mean, you think about all this.
So once someone is whispering in your ears, either you go to the grocery or things like that, that start messing with your mind in that state. Does that happen to you?
I would say not so much for
is that the reality?
person.
A lot of men would like to believe that doesn't happen.
No,
is that the reality?
It won't be so much of someone whispering in my ears. It will be so much of not getting the attention from the one that you're with.
There's a void.
So there's a void there for you to even. For someone can whisper in your ears, but if you're getting all you need, you're not gonna pay attention to them.
Right.
But sometimes when you're lacking something and you start to feel some type of way, then you start to remember the voices.
So correct me if I'm wrong. If you depend on another person to make you happy, right? There will be an automatic void.
Yes.
That void, it's you that you're responsible to fill it.
My point exactly.
If you don't feel it yourself, the I do mind is the devil's playground, and the devil will fill it for you. Understand?
So basically,
right?
I had to feel good, and like I said.
So I was saying,
work on myself.
When I say not to use the devil sparingly, but the truth is that we all get influenced by the devil and we do things we're not proud of sometimes, right? When the devil filled that place with the wrong element, right? When you had that void that I wasn't equipped to fill, right? And the devil now came to fill it with something that's completely a bastardized form of what you're looking for, right? Did you have to experience that to look at me again? Because yes, I worked on myself, and by the time you looked at me again, you said that I have to be crazy to go through with this divorce, right?
Right.
But did you need the devil to try to manipulate you in that sense before you could?
If I was strong enough, if I knew what I know now,
right?
No, I don't need that.
No, you don't.
But as a human being that could be weak in the moment, you can fall.
Right.
In the times, sometimes we all have the standards. We all have, oh no, this is what I can do. This is not what I can do. But you really don't know what you can do or what you can't do until you're there. That's a fact. You get tested.
I've always known that human beings have the ability to do anything that the mind can fathom. Period. Right. Either negative or positive.
Right.
Like if you say, "Oh, I will never do that because I'm just that holy." No, you can't.
No, as a matter of fact, if you think that you're holy, that's the part where the devil is actually gonna test you on your holiness.
He will use something else. Trust me. He will use something else that you don't see the angle coming.
Yeah.
But let's say on the flip side, just to be on a more positive side here. If you think that thing is so awesome, I can't do it. You have to be a certain type of holy to do it. You're wrong. You can do it too. Just like the other negative side. In other words, our mind is just that big that it can go to ranges both left and right. And we need to be aware of that, especially in a marriage. You see, I had a quote that if you don't have respect for the science of psychology, your marriage will suffer. That psychology I just told you right there, it's just the capabilities of the brain. And it's not a dysfunction, it's just the way the brain works, you know. So you have to nurture it, you have to fill it with good things. Your happiness is in your hands.
Yes.
If you depend on your spouse to give you happiness, now you can choose. If your happiness is not stepping up as an adult and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you can choose that this is not good enough for you. But with full understanding that you don't need another person to feel that for you.
Yeah, because
you just don't want to be abused.
Yeah, it comes back to the same thing because human beings are not perfect. And trust me, there's always going to be something else in that next person that's not going to be perfect.
That's not going to be perfect.
You can't keep running.
So the grass is not
greener on the other side.
Ever greener on the other side. Yes, it's green because somebody is watering it. And if you haven't really stepped on it, you don't know if it's green or synthetic.
Yep.
It could be just synthetic. That means it's fake, like plastic.
Yep.
All right, so pay attention to that. But sorry for digging you up a little bit. You know,
that's okay.
But I think the point I'm trying to pull out, let me just pull it out, is this. Of course, there's always an event that will call all of us back to order. Just always, it's going to be an event, okay? And the event can be life or death or mild. It could be something that almost killed you, you know, and then when you come out of that, it's just bliss. It's better, you know, because maybe God is trying to test something there and see how far He can go. Like, let's test this one, see if He can handle, you know. And when you come out, it's like with such amount of pain, so much gain of growth.
Right.
Comes with that, you know. So that's what I was trying to point out. First of all, we don't apologize for the events, right? So even if I smash my head on there and I realize, oh my God, I woke up now and I realized that I've now realized that, oh, I've been missing out. Great. But I smashed my head because we trip sometimes. That's right. Just life, you know. And such events sometimes what God will use
to bring you back
to order and to actually save you. Because if you didn't trip that way, you would miss out on a bigger future. Because we used to say that I'm building myself. See, I'm building myself for me. Right? If somebody else could have enjoyed it, you know. And if you told my wife when she was done that somebody else would enjoy it, she would tell you that let them enjoy it.
That's right, and that's why I was feeling. I was like, go ahead and have fun. Bye.
Because
I can't
subconsciously, once somebody is a certain way, they can't change. But the truth of the matter is that we all change. We all grow.
Evolve.
Some people grow to the left, some people grow to the right.
Right.
But we all change and evolve over time. So you should never make absolute statement that people can't change. At the very minimum, do your best to say you fought for what you believe in, right? And then if after a while you feel like you're missing out on life, don't miss out on life, because that will be abuse. You know, if somebody is not showing up as a spouse ideal for you, just realize that if you run to another spouse to create another spouse somewhere, they're still not going to make you happy because you're looking for happiness from the outside.
Right.
Just realize that. All right. So I have this short question here. Let's answer.
It's not short, it's long.
No. This one is short.
Oh.
We were going to have a second if it was too short.
Okay.
But we're not going to do that because this video is, I think there's some lessons here already. This one says, my wife wants to file for divorce and I'm wondering, should I just sign the petition to file or just get it over with? What should I do? This is a very straightforward answer here. What should he do?
Sign the divorce.
Sign the divorce. Get a proper counsel so you don't become a victim of legal loopholes, because there are legal loopholes in the divorce and marriage, whatever those papers are, certificates and stuff.
Right.
Make sure you protect yourself and your kids from because people can use visitation rights and things like that to punish you, and more importantly, the kids. You don't want some crazy spouse to use that to punish your kids. You want your kids to be able to have access to their father, to their mother, if you're a woman. But with that being said, don't hold somebody that doesn't want to be with you hostage. It doesn't help you stay in a marriage.
No, it doesn't.
By the way, the marriage has been over already. What you need to do is be working on attracting that person back into a brand new and better marriage. Don't try to keep them in that dysfunctional craziness that you call marriage. Clearly, it wasn't good enough as a marriage, right?
No, it wasn't.
So, definitely sign a divorce with the help of proper counsel, and if you can't afford it, some people claim they can't afford proper counsel, just ask questions in your county, in your local county, and see the best way. For me, if you're a man, what I asked for was simply joint custody. So what I was going to do is, first of all, live my life, live like a free, single, good looking, sexy ass. That's what I was going to live as, right? That basically has a second chance at, at just doing that, because clearly that wasn't right. Now, I had the choice. I didn't have the choice. God decided if it was going to be with her, that second chance, or with somebody else. God decided it's with her still. So we kind of like leap years ahead a little bit because we already know each other. But either way, I had learned so much that whoever it was, if they were crazy, they were going to be crazy all by themselves. Because I've learned so much on how a woman works and how relationship works, and how, more importantly, how I work. It's really more about self-mastery than anything else. It's not really like this book, Get My Marriage Back. She said I should hold it like this so you can say and stop waving it.
I'm just saying.
But you can say it's getmymarriageback.com, and it's the book is more about self-mastery and using that to attract the marriage that you deserve, and not the other way, a marriage that you deserve so you can better. It doesn't work that way, honestly. It has to be, you work on yourself first, right? You be the best you can possibly be, that God has made you to be, right? And then attracting the best that God has for you.
Right.
After that, there's no need to rush into anything brand new, I thought to myself. There will be no need to, zero needs. I had 2 boys, beautiful boys, with a beautiful woman. Regardless of what happened in the marriage, it wasn't gonna matter. Right? So all I needed was just joint custody, so I can access anytime I want and make whoever she decides to be with ever for life jealous for life. They were going to die of jealousy.
That was your motive. That was a motive.
No. It was just going to be a default thing, because I was just going to be that awesome.
Don't be obsessed with that.
Don't be obsessed with that.
Because then somebody else will be trying to go make somebody else jealous.
Good point.
Focus on yourself.
The idea is for you to become awesome all by yourself and not make somebody jealous. That's completely irrelevant to what you're trying to do, okay? But again, that was all fun for me. That's just that it was already happening, so that was fun default for me. So yeah, that's it. Anything you want to add?
Yeah.
Had it. Anything you want to add?
You know how when people are going into marriage, and you always say that you go into marriage, you don't know what the hell you're doing, but you think you know what you're doing.
People that say I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. We unfortunately,
I love the evil laugh. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh the evil laugh, but it's true.
Unfortunately, when you're going to marriage, you think you're grown? No. You're a toddler. So basically, you're gonna fall, you're gonna drip, you're gonna learn.
You're an infantry.
The man has no clue. The woman has no clue. We're all trying to do what our parents did.
Yeah.
What we see.
What we saw on TV.
Yeah.
Even people that didn't see their parents do it, trying to do it because they saw it on TV.
Like, oh no, this is how it's supposed to be.
Right.
No, all that don't work. So with that being said, don't wait till something crazy happens in your marriage.
Yeah.
Before you take the opportunity to have an awesome marriage, because not everyone will have the opportunity to have a second chance at their marriage. That's a fact. Some people are gonna marry 2-3 times before they get it, or they'll never get it.
Absolutely.
So I would like to encourage you, even if your marriage is sweet,
yes,
you
even the
need
more
to learn how to keep making it sweet and sweeter. You wanna, because sometimes I feel like we say, oh, we can learn from other people's experiences. We can.
Yeah.
We can empower ourselves.
No, absolutely.
And no one should be out there feeling...
But the problem is that people don't feel the need to learn from other people's experience because it's so sweet in that moment.
Yes. So, that's why don't feel the need to think that you... And don't go around thinking you're invisible. These things happen to the people that don't even see it coming. Usually it happens to people that are perfect, that people actually look up to and say, oh my God, I want something like that. They go through the most pain ever. Yeah. So
let me give you an example.
I just want to encourage you guys.
People not knowing. I was an example. Up to the last minute, even though I had learned, I'm still learning. We're still learning this stuff, by the way. My pastor's wife was like, if anybody see me and my husband together and they admire what we have, that we worked hard for it. And she was telling me that on their 10th year anniversary, it was a party.
Right.
They actually fought before they left the house.
Right.
And they had to put on a plastic face for everybody.
Yep.
And she thought she was done.
It's real.
Even at the 10th year anniversary. I think they're done 25 years now.
Yep.
If you see anybody you admire, they worked hard for it. I always say if anything is worthwhile, it's because somebody have to work hard for it.
Right.
It take some work.
Right.
But the work hard doesn't have to be something so painful to you. You can look at other people's story and you can say, you know what? I'm not invincible. I'm not holy. That can happen to me. That's why we put all our stories in here. Put everything as much as you need in here, the stories, so you can learn. If you know us personally, divorce was basically impossible here. But it was filed.
Yep.
All right. So,
because I know some people will be like, oh, but you should know better. But you've been married for 10 years. You've been married for 11 years. There are people that have been married for 23 years and they said, you know what? It's a wrap.
If you say we should know better, you're right. But we didn't. All right.
So
we didn't.
You want to know better?
Yeah.
You better empower yourself.
And it's free.
It's free. Download it. That's the free gift I can give. We can give you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's free. It's free. How many pages here? It's free. 170 plus pages.
Yeah, because sometimes you hear people say, oh, my marriage is safe. I'm good and dandy. I'm like,
that's good for you.
Safe is not even a good word for me.
That's
I don't want a safe marriage.
Yeah, we don't.
I want a happy marriage. Like
Secured.
I want to see my husband and be like, man, I just love this guy every day, even when it pisses me off.
They can argue too now that I just love my husband now today too.
I'm just saying.
No. Let me support what you're saying finally, because you didn't get my sarcasm.
No,
we're not supposed to be sarcastic either, by the way. What I'm saying is this: if you feel like your marriage is safe, the question you should ask yourself is, does the other person feel like it's safe? Because there's always two people involved. And because of that, you cannot be full of yourself. You can't afford to be full of your own shit.
Nope.
Do what you gotta do to make sure you have a secured, insured marriage, okay?
Yep.
Not just because of the word marriage, by the way, because we hate the attachment to the word marriage. An awesome life together with a person that you love.
Yes.
I don't care about we really literally think that actually attachment to the word marriage and divorce
what kills it.
Will kill marriage too.
Yep.
That's kind of the stuff you will see in the book too. All right. But hey, I think we tried to sell the book so hard today.
Oh.
Get the book. That's the point. Okay?
Well, get the book and get a whole lot of other empowerment books.
Yeah, it's free PDF. But if you want to support us and you rather do audiobook, the audiobook is also available, and the paperback like this too, you can order it from Amazon as well too. And hopefully I'm not gonna ask her if she has more to say. Hopefully you've been enlightened, educated. Smash the like button, the share button, subscribe below with the red button below. Don't forget to get the book. comment your questions below. We're here to help you with that. And if you need us personally, go to lolaola.com. You see more information about that. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one, and peace.